The NFL season is about to kick off, and we are going to start breaking down some analytics about teams on the rise and teams ready for a fall. Now, if you read my magazine, you've known the close wins, close losses, and that has a great track record with teams going up, hitting 75% of the time, and the team's forecast to go down 75% of the time. Did you know close wins, close losses in the NFL has been even better? How about 86% chance of going up or going down? Last year in the close wins, close losses, and if you remember the article from the magazine, teams that win a lot of close games by 7 points or less, are really just one play away from losing those games. Maybe they weren't as good as the record the previous year. On the flip side, teams that lost a lot of close games were just one play away from winning those games and were probably a lot better than their final record. Now, in the NFL, here's how it's proven. Over the last 10 years, teams that have had 3 or more net close losses, and what I mean by net is if you have 5 close wins and 2 close losses, you take the 5, subtract the 2, and you have 3 net close wins. But if you have 3 or more net close losses one season, there's been 71 occurrences the last 10 years of teams that have had 3 or more net close losses the previous season. Well, 59 of those teams improved their record the next year. Only 10 had a weaker record, and 2 had the same record. Here's the chart showing the teams that are off 8 net close losses. It's only happened once. Naturally, they had a better record the next year. 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3. And as you see, the percentages are amazing. Now let's take a look at teams that are going up this year that had a lot of close losses last year. Want some proof from last year? Well, here is a chart with the last 3 years of the teams that had -3 net close losses. And look at last year's teams. The Cleveland Browns, one of the most improved teams in the NFL last year, they improved their win total by 7.5 games. Yep, they made the chart. They were -6 net close losses in 2017. Chicago Bears and Houston, 2 teams that were not in the playoffs that made the playoffs. They both were up 7 games last year. They had both qualified in this category as -3 net close losses the previous year. And even the Kansas City Chiefs, the dominant team in the NFL at one point, they improved their record last year. They were coming off a season of -3s. So let's take a look at your teams that are ready to improve this year. The Carolina Panthers, 7 close losses. They did have 2 close wins, so they are -5 last year in the net close losses. Well, that means that they have 87.5% chance of a better record. The Jacksonville Jaguars were -4 net close losses. The New York Giants and the New York Jets were both -4. Detroit and Tampa Bay both -3. 6 teams that should have a better record this year, or at least 5 of the 6 should have a better record this year. Carolina, Jacksonville, the Giants, the Jets, Detroit, and Tampa Bay. Now let's go to the flip side of the coin. Teams that benefited from a lot of close wins last year generally are headed down. Last year, the teams that had 3 or more net close wins were the Carolina Panthers. They were +6 net close wins the previous year. Their record dropped by 4 games last year. The Pittsburgh Steelers, +6. Guess what? They dropped by 3.5 games. The Arizona Cardinals had 4 net close wins in 2017. They were dropped by 5 games last year. And how about the Buffalo Bills? They made the playoffs in 17 with 3 net close wins. They missed the playoffs last year. They were -3. Let's take a look at those teams that should be going down this year. The Washington Redskins had 4 close wins, just 1 close loss. That is 3 net close wins. They should be in the going down box this year. The LA Chargers, also +4 in the going down box. Miami Dolphins, last year, 5 close wins, just 1 close loss. That's 4 net close wins. That means if you look at the chart, in the last 10 years, teams that have had 4 or more net close wins, there has happened 15 times. 11 times they had a weaker record. 1 time they had a stronger record. 3 times they had the same. They should be headed down. The New Orleans Saints, great record last year. 5 net close wins. That's a +4. Not a good sign for this year. Probably a weaker record. The Rams, 6 close wins, 1 close loss. That's +5 close wins. probably headed for a weaker record. And the Dallas Cowboys, a darling team right now, they had 8 close wins last year, just 2 close losses. That is +6. Do you know that's happened only 6 times the last 10 years? 5 times the team's had a weaker record, and once they've had a stronger. So making your going down box this year, the Washington Redskins, LA Chargers, Miami Dolphins, New Orleans Saints, the LA Rams, and Dallas Cowboys. Out of those 6 teams, you got to figure at least 5 of them have a weaker record this year.
Hey everyone, this is Phil Steele. If you're a hardcore football fan, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and of course, hit the bell. And comment below your favorite football moment of the week and let us know what you'd like to see here on my YouTube channel.